Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here, and in this video we'll be doing a full breakdown on Ninja's job changes and additions coming in Endwalker. This information is fresh out of the latest media tour, but bear in mind everything in this video is still subject to change before Endwalker's release. I'm going to talk about potencies a little bit in this video, but try not to take them too seriously, especially for Ninja. We'll elaborate on that later. Also, there's a playlist in the description and from clicking the I in the top right corner, so check out all of my Endwalker job change videos. With that, let's get started. Now Ninja sees some pretty noticeable changes to its level 80 and under skills that you'll be adjusting to immediately. First off, Shadowfang is gone. I kinda like Shadowfang and Shadowbringers, but after seeing the other new skills Ninja has, I'm kinda glad to have it gone as well. We'll definitely need the space. Also, Assassinate is now a level 40 skill as opposed to level 60. More importantly, it now becomes Dream Within a Dream at level 56 instead of acting as that follow-up to it like it was before. No more awkward animation locks for the ninja after they get that, thank goodness. They did also get a new skill at level 60 to make up for Assassinate's removal, in that of Huraijin. This is a global cooldown skill that grants a full duration Huton if you don't have it currently, or extends it by 30 seconds if you do. Its potency is even lower than Spinning Edge, so you won't replace Armor Crush with this. It would be a big potency loss to replace your Armor Crush combo outright for the Huton extension. Instead, this is a great tool for recovering mid-fight, either from a mistake or if there is boss downtime without having to actually use your mudras. Oh, and speaking of Huton, it now lasts 60 seconds instead of 70 seconds. This probably aligns with the optimal rotations a bit better, but also with the extra recovery tool it shouldn't matter much, I hope. That covers the important changes to their existing skills, but now for the juicy additions for Endwalker. At level 82, Ninja gets Phantom Kamaichi. This is a new global cooldown that can only be executed when under Bunshin. It sends your Bunshin clone at the enemy to deal very high damage on the first target hit with some AoE falloff. You'll just be using this once per Bunshin pretty much. Now something that's not mentioned on the tooltip, but it does give you 10 Ninki, as well as extends Huton by 10 seconds. Now also on the Mediator build, I noticed that the potency value of using this attack seemed a bit too low on single targets. Since the clone is doing the attack, it doesn't hit twice, which I'm not sure if that's intentional. I just assume that this is a potency thing with the build, so maybe at launch it'll hit twice or just be a higher potency. Listen, it wouldn't be the first time that there's been some Bunshin shenanigans on the Mediator build. At the Shadowbringers Mediator, Bunshin caused Shadowfang to apply its dot twice, so I'm just gonna have to wait on this one. That's one reason why I said the potencies are gonna be a little bit weird to talk about here. At level 84, Ninja gets a new tier of their Shukio trait, which increases their Ninki generation from Aeolian Edge and Armor Crush to 15. With each combo being a clean 25 Ninki, that means every 2 combos is 1 Bava or Hellfrog with no excess. Now that doesn't factor in some of their newer skills, which will very likely give you excess, but that is what it is. They also get some potency boosts at this level to Spinning Edge, Gust Slash, and even Bava. At level 86, Ninja gains a buff to their AoE with Halo no Zuchi. This causes all enemies inside of a Doton to take additional damage whenever the ninja performs Hake Mujin Satsu. This won't change anything for single target bosses, but should be a nice boost to AoE situations like dungeons. At level 88, Ninja gets the enhanced Mesui trait. This trait causes your next Bava after activating Mesui to have its potency increase to 400. With the way Mesui is currently used on Ninja, and how it will probably be used in Endwalker, this is just a nice boost to your single target Ninki spender. Kinda surprised we don't see it also buffing Hellfrog for AoE, but no skin off my back. Finally, at level 90, Ninja gains Forked Raiju. After executing a Raitan Ninjutsu, this weapon skill activates, but activating any other weapon skills before using this will cause it to cancel. The attack itself is a weapon skill that dashes forward to the target, dealing single target damage and generating 5 Ninki. After hitting with Forked Raiju, the ninja gains access to Fleeting Raiju, which also dashes towards the target, deals slightly more damage than Forked, and also generates 5 Ninki. So basically, these 2 global cooldowns you'll be using after each Raitan, but we'll talk a little bit more about that in a bit. So Ninja appears as if it will be the same busy self, but with a number of additional global cooldowns to hit throughout the fight. While you'd ideally like to be using Forked and Fleeting Raiju after every Raitan, sometimes there might be situations where the gap closer part of the skill might be too dangerous to use. I also didn't test to see if throwing daggers also interrupted Forked Raiju Ready, since they did make that change, the range attacks not affecting combos. But Forked Raiju is more like a proc off the Raiton, so I'm not really sure how it counts. If they don't interrupt it, it'll be safe to use throwing daggers until you can safely use Forked to dash back in if the fight allows it. If they do interrupt it, then it's worth holding Forked for about 6 seconds, so you're going to have to judge your downtime in advance. Other than that though, the same super ninjutsu heavy opener should be similar with some slight adjustments. Now I have pondered on Ninja's opener the most out of any job, since any change to trick attack timings would drastically affect other jobs if a ninja is in the team. I was hesitant even making an opener for Ninja, not to mention making openers for any of the other jobs that I have in the rest of this video series, but I had to go with something just to have any idea of what I was talking about, a baseline with which to go, hey, this is probably an approximate buff timing for most team compositions. So this was the opener that I thought up. It mostly makes sense to me on the surface. It emulates one of the common openers we have in Shadowbringers, a similar trick attack timing at that, and it just factors in the removal of Shadowfang to fit in another Raiton. A big thing is, though, I'm not using Forked or Fleeting Raiju every single time they're available. Each and every one of them uses a global cooldown, and with how many strong abilities you want to fit into a trick attack window, it just didn't make sense to use them absolutely every Raiton, so they're very sparingly used in this actual opener. Again though, I just don't trust the ninja potencies on the Mediator build. I trust them less than any other job. Again, the Bunshin double applying Shadowfang, plus the missing descriptions from the last time, some other funky odd potencies. So much is subject to change that I'm going to be keeping a close eye on this one when launch time comes around. I just think it's going to happen again with Ninja going from Mediator to live, especially with Phantom Kaimaichi. I understand that it's firing the clone, so it makes sense to not hit twice since the clone is what makes that happen, but it just seems unintentional because it makes it a worse choice than a lot of other skills during your burst. Even if it does get the Bunshin potency, it's an area attack, so it's only going to get plus 80 potency, which only puts it over Raiton if you include the Tenninki, which is definitely important, but just something seems off about this skill. So yeah, all I'm hoping for at this point is similar trick attack timing. All the logic checks out, but I know our theory crafters in our community do great work. With all the videos I'm doing, I don't expect this to be perfect, but hopefully it's a good starting point for us to dig deeper and find what is right. But anyway, I spent a lot of time on Ninja just racking my brain on some of this stuff, so I'm going to end it here and say thank you for watching. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and share, and check out all of my other Endwalker job change videos from the Mediator. With that, I'll see you in the next one, and until then, take care.